Go, Coach. You want to start us off?
Well, first and foremost, thanks for being on. As always, I appreciate it. Just a great game tonight. I wish all our fans could have been there. They would have really enjoyed that. Played a really good team, one of the best defensive teams in the league. And Archie does an unbelievable job. You know, Trace Jackson Davis is a problem, and Al Durham. But, you know, tip of the hat to our guys, the seniors. They really were ready to play. We never flinched. We got down 15, and they just kept playing. And I love that part of it. They were all connected. You know, our defense was, you know, elite, you know, during that stretch. But a lot of great efforts from everybody. I mean, Gio goes for a double-double. Ron Harper, you know, as good as you could be. Jacob gets us off to a great start. His energy. Miles almost gets a triple-double. And then I just love our bench. I thought Cliff was great. Montez, and Paul and Caleb, you know, gave up their starting position. Sign of a good team. Said, Coach, we want those guys to start. I wish I could have started all 6 of them, but I can't start 6 guys. But, you know, really thankful. Gio, Jacob, Miles, Duke, Luke, and Nick. Just, they're great. And they're what we're all about here. Guys had fun today, but we got a lot more we have to do.
Thanks, Coach. We'll start with questions from Jerry and then Bobby.
Steve, what's it like for you as a coach and just as a person to see your seniors, these guys you've mentored for 4 years, rise to the moment like this?
Yeah, I mean, they've risen to every occasion, you know, and you know, just, you know, real proud, you know, of them sticking together through adversity. You know, this league is just unbelievable. I don't know if anyone really fully understands it. Every time I talk to a coach, everyone knows everyone so well. The whole league is beating up each other. Everyone knows everything about everyone. You know, and these guys just, you know, kept fighting through. You know, they had a great practice yesterday. They were having fun. But really proud they've you know, have raised this program to a place. And I said this to them, it's a real compliment. They expect you to win every game, guys. You know, like that's what's expected now. Before they got here, you know, we didn't win many games, or if any. You know, those guys did the work there. Those guys did the work, and, you know, just happy for them to enjoy senior night, and thankful that we got to bring a couple people to the game, their families. We could only bring 2, but, you know, a few people got to see them play today, and, you know, real thankful for that opportunity by the state of New Jersey.
Steve, I know we've asked you about Ron when he wasn't shooting so well. Tonight, it seemed like he couldn't miss for a while. And what did that mean to the team? How big of a boost was that? And just talk about his play.
Yeah, I mean, Ron was great today. You know, I love it. He got 8 rebounds. You know, Ron does a lot of things for us. Like I say, everyone just talks about the ball going in or not. He's been taking really good shots. I have a lot of faith in Ron. You know, he's good. He's a good player, and, you know, proud. Just tell him keep plugging away, and you know, he did that tonight. We needed all of them, and you know, we made 11 threes. I mean, we can shoot the ball. I know we haven't, and, you know, that doesn't mean they can't. But tonight they were really good, and he got good looks, and we had 22 assists, so everyone was finding everybody. So we really shared the game, and that's a really good team stat for us. 22 assists. It may be a record in league play, I would imagine.
We'll go to Bruce Beck and then Steve Pikiell.
Hey, Coach, 9-9 in the league with 2 games to go in the regular season. How proud are you of that, considering these unprecedented times?
Yeah, I mean, that's really what nobody factors in. These guys have been in a bubble now since June. Like, it's very different. Even tonight, senior night, you can't have your parents on the court, you know, to take a picture. You know, but real proud of our guys. The last 2 years, this group has won 20 games in the best league in the country. You know, like, you know, real proud of that. It's hard to win 1 game in this league, and, you know, that they've been able to do it. And it's, people have said these are the best 2 years in Big Ten history. So they've done it. You know, we got a lot more season left. We got a lot more games to play. But, you know, this group has, you know, done a lot of great things, and, you know, just thankful. Represent the school the right way. They play basketball the right way tonight. They really shared the game, and they've gotten through a lot of adversity for 4 years. I mean, Gio went from an empty gym as a freshman to sold out gyms sophomore, junior year to an empty gym again as a senior. I mean, just bizarre. But they've been great. I think all 6 of them will be up here afterwards, so you guys can ask them. It's really their night. They deserve the credit. They did a great job.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
Hey, Steve, we talk about Gio. It was 23-8 Indiana at one point, and then Gio had 3 threes, 2 assists, a block. Seemed like he just took over the game. What did he mean to you during that stretch to just turn this game around?
Yeah, I mean, he's done that a lot of times, and he's had to fight through a lot too, a lot of injuries, and just coming here at 150 pounds, playing in this league. But he's done that for us, and during that stretch, he was terrific, and guys were getting him the ball too. I thought that was tremendous. But I really we shared the ball. We ran the floor. We made the extra passes. We made the extra defensive efforts, and Gio played really well, defensively too for us. But he was locked in. When he's locked in, he could do those kind of things, and it was great senior night for a guy who's meant a lot to us and has done had a lot of big nights here.
We'll go over to James Cratch and then Chris Eisman.
Steve, when Durham banks that shot in to make it 23-8, that could have been like a real gut punch moment. Did you say anything to the team? Did you see anything in the huddle that made you think that you guys were going to come out of that break and kind of take off from there?
Yeah. I mean, the guys never flinched. I mean, they stayed right with it, and, they make 6 threes a game. They hit 4 kind of early on us. That's not really what they've done. They're a really good team. But they're like us sometimes, shooting the ball. So I just stayed the course. And, you have to during this. This is the league that we play in. We were down 15, then we got up 20. It's the league you're playing. There's really good players. They go on runs. And Durham certainly banking that in. But, quick timeout. Guys were ready. It's always about our defense. Everyone talks about everything else. We really held them in the 50s. It's always about our defense. And if they're banking shots in, then just, you move on to the next play.
Steve, it kind of got lost in the grand scheme, but that play from Paul at the end of the first half with the steal, and then he hit the floater. I mean, how important was that in that time, just to kind of give you guys even more momentum going into the break?
Yeah, I mean, Paul makes plays like that. He sticks his nose in there, and that's why he's got a broken nose. He makes plays. He makes winning plays. He's, he and Caleb wanted to, let the seniors start. They wanted all 6 of them. I said, that's against the rules, and those were the 2 guys. And starting positions are, important in college. They're not as important to me, but they are. And those guys were great teammates, like they've always won. And Paul just makes, numerous plays for us, and, a voice out there. And he's playing injured. He's as beaten up as any player. And he just continues to be tough and do all the things that we need him to do, to help us win. And, that play certainly was Paul and a huge play for us with momentum going into the locker room.
Go back to Jerry Carino.
Yeah, Steve, sorry about that. You've said all along how Ron Harper's been doing the things you want, playing defense, rebounding, playing tough. How nice was it to see him rewarded by the ball going through the basket today?
Yeah, I mean, it's just happy for him. He's been working at it, and he wants the ball to go in every time he shoots it. But we have a lot of faith in him. You have to play through tough times in basketball. Tough players play through tough times. It's not always a good time. There's not a player that I've ever known in my coaching career that just makes every shot from the start of the year to the end of the year. So just pleased that he just kept grinding. He's taking good shots. We have a lot of faith in him, and his teammates got him the ball when he got hot. But I think he'll tell you, it feels a little bit better when it's going in. And he certainly had it going today.
Take 2 more questions for Coach. We'll go to Aaron Brightman and then Jaden Daly.
Coach, after Indiana got off to that hot start, was there anything adjustment-wise in the defensive end you did, or was it just a matter of better execution? And just asking about Miles Johnson, 7 blocks, 10 rebounds, the effort he gave defensively.
I mean, the job that he does defensively, like I said, I think he and Jacob Young, 2 of the better defenders in the country, quite honestly. But Miles is an anchor in the back. Every night he plays against unbelievable post players. We by far have the best post players of any league, and it's not even close. And every night he has to go up, up and down the court with some elite post players. And every night he does his job. He's able to guard guards. We switch on him. I mean, he's really improved so much, on that end of the floor. And today, he got the ball too around the basket. He did a really good job of finishing. 7 blocks, he probably altered 3 or 4 more. Miles and just continues to do great things, on both ends of the floor. And, happy for him, on senior night to be rewarded. And again, I thought he did a real good job. That's a tip of the hat to Trace Jackson Davis, for 21 and 11 when I thought Miles did a really good job on him.
Steve, 3 years ago at the Garden, you were talking about Mike Williams and how much he meant to the program when he was a senior. This group you have now, Gio, Miles, Duke, they were freshmen on that team that made that run into the quarterfinals of the tournament. When you look back now, 3 years later, and they're about to graduate and move on to bigger and better, have you seen a senior class grow as much as this group has?
I mean, they've gone through everything too. Like they can go out into the world now and do great things because they're tough and they're resilient. They got through a ton of obstacles. From every one of them was on a different journey. Gio at 145 pounds and Miles having, redshirt in his first year and doing the great things. And Duke has just been as good a Rutgers guy as I could coach. He's always ready. He's always willing. He's a great teammate. He's a great captain. If you call on me, coach, I'm ready. That's what he says to me. Every day in practice, he brings it. And Jacob Young has improved so much. All 4 of those guys have improved so much. It's credit to them. It's also a credit to their families. They come from great families and, proud of the group and they're excellent students too. We do forget sometimes that these guys are full-time academics too. So they have to do those things too. And they've done a great job in that. Luke Nathan's just a, special kid, and Nick Brooks, special kids. When you come every day and grind and practice, and it's not always easy, and you're enthusiastic. Luke is the first guy up on the bench. He's a great teammate, Nick too. So, it's a special group. It really is, and I want to keep them playing for a while.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate the time today.
Okay, appreciate you guys always being on. Thank you.